Hello folks, welcome to the channel. Today I'm out to do a little bit of flying with my new drone, and I thought what I'll do is take you through some of the steps I need to go through before I get the drone out and go flying. So let's get on with it. Step one, I need to understand where I can fly with the qualifications I have and the drone I have, and I currently need to work in A3 rules, which basically means far from people, far from things. And to do that, I need to understand what restrictions there are around where I live. And you know, you've seen some of my videos, you know I live in the east of England in a county called Lincolnshire, and there's quite a lot of air bases around here and a lot of aircraft manoeuvring areas and flight restriction zones, which means I can't just throw the drone up wherever I like. So to find out where I can go, I use this great app which is put together by the National Air Traffic Service, and what I'm going to do is just record my screen and show you the app now, and I'll put it up just here. So if I zoom into, let's find Lincoln here. So Lincoln, you can see all the red dots and red circles. So let's click on this one over Lincoln itself, and it says RF Scampton Aerospace Flight Restriction Zone. And obviously, if you know about RF Scampton, that's where the red arrows operate from, and they do practice around here. Below that, you've got this one, which was Waddington. You've got another one over here, which is another airfield called Wickenby. So, you know, I can't just throw the drone up in those areas with my current qualifications. Once I've done more qualifications, then I'd still need to ask permission to fly in those areas. So whilst I'm in my practice phase, I am now just finding areas which have no restrictions effectively, so I can operate within what's called the drone code. So I operate within the altitude and the restrictions that have been set for what I'm at. So if I just tap on the where I am button, and that should, he says, zoom in to me, and I am outside a little village called Metheringham. Here we go. This should take me down here. So this is the area I'm in right now. So Martin Road, yeah. So I'm in this general area here, and it does give me a caution. So let's see what that says. Caution: ground hazards, contains minor power lines. Yep, there's some minor power lines over there, but other than that, follow drone code. Yeah, so I'm actually in a good place to be. So that's step number one taken care of. Okay, so the second thing I need to understand is the weather. So as you can see, I've got my shades on. It's a beautiful sunny day. Let this car go by, looking at me like a weirdo. So drones are generally not weather protected. You can't fly them in the rain, and they have certain wind restrictions. So your best friend is, of course, smartphone, weather phone. So let me just let us look at Metheringham. Let's Metheringham in Lincolnshire. So as you can see here, it's telling me 13 degrees, and the great thing about the BBC app that I'm using here, it does actually give you the wind speed. So it's telling me 14 miles an hour, and feels about right. But what I'll do is I'll get out my little my wind measuring device. I'm not going to try and say the name of it, but again, a little video here showing me just measuring the wind, and as long as that is within the limits for my drone, I know I can still go flying. So I'm looking for high winds, I'm looking for rain, and visibility issues really, because I need to maintain line of sight. Right, third thing I need to check before I even leave the house really is make sure my batteries are charged, and make sure the firmware is updated on my drone and my controller. So the batteries on this drone are what's called smart batteries, and they will automatically, after a couple of days, reduce their charge to make sure they can be stored in a very safe way and last longer. So the batteries like to be stored around about 60%. If you keep them 100%, they can degrade faster, so they automatically drain their own power down after a couple of days. So if you've charged the batteries a week ago, they won't be 100% still, so it's worth just checking them and spending half an hour charging them up. In terms of firmware, I actually came here yesterday to do some flying, and I was going to do a video then, but it came up, firmware needed update, and trying to do it over my phone was a complete nightmare, so I kiboshed my filming for the day. But it's worthwhile just turning the drone on, as I again did this morning, just to be sure, update the firmware so it's all up to date and ready to go. So we think we're in a good place. We know we can fly here, we know the weather's good, we know that the batteries are charged and the firmware's good to go. So the last thing you really need to do is just, you know, have a good look at the drone and just you know, unfold it, make sure it's all in good working order, make sure I have a look at the blades, make sure there's no nicks or cracks in them. They're quite flimsy things, and I do have spares in case they break, so it's just worthwhile making sure that it's effectively airworthy, and you know, it is going to fly straight and do what you expect it to. You know, it looks all good. Also on the side here is my operator ID, which I had to apply to the CAA to have, so it's also got my phone number on there, so if I were to lose it and someone could find it, they can find out both, you know, they could give me a call and say, hello, I found your drone, or they could get in contact with the CAA, and that could be traced back to me that way as well. So it's part of the rules that needs to be on the drone somewhere. But you know, I think we're in a good position now. I mean, I'm in a fairly, there's nothing around here really. The odd car drives past, but I'll walk down the path and get out of the way of the road, such as it is. Have you know, a battery's worth of flying time. Hopefully not annoy any farmers. There's nothing else in the sky, no other air traffic here, so it's actually a really good place just to have a practice and get the hang of things. So yeah, I think I'll do for now, guys. I'll show you some of the footage I get of me just messing around with this thing. But you know, thanks for watching, and on to the next one. See you later.